softball action. I believe it should be a doubleheader today as the Lumberjacks welcoming the Bonners Ferry Badgers from up north here into St. Mary's. Badgers are out there doing a little bit of warm-up. They got here a tad bit later, I think, than they expected, but they are here. St. Mary's on the field back behind us doing a little bit of quick warm-up, and they're going to try to get things rolling here. The game time scheduled for 2 o'clock, so we've got about enough time for about a 17-minute pregame for you, and then we will get things going with the first pitch. Current weather, well, it's pretty chilly. It's about 50 degrees. There's a nice little breeze, though, blowing from about the west, and it's going to be mostly cloudy most of the day, and there's a little bit of a chance of some rain showers at 2 p.m. It's actually a 70% chance, it says, at 2 p.m. We'll see what happens with that, but it feels quite a bit chillier than 50 degrees with the wind blowing. Not much unlike Tuesday when we were up at the baseball game. The weather very similar to that, so it's going to be possibly kind of chilly depending on how that wind stays, and we'll just see how the weather goes. Right now the field's in great condition, dry field and dry outfield. Infield, the field is in good shape, and both teams ready to get some action underway. Let's see here. Don't forget that we do have our YouTube stream up, and it is on our Sideline HD platform with video as well, and that is live. We'll be sharing a link to our Facebook page here shortly for that, and we've changed some settings. Hopefully, the last couple of baseball games, things were pretty glitchy, so we're going to hope that we don't have the glitchiness today, as we've changed a couple of settings that I found I had messed with, and apparently were not good changes to have made back a few weeks back. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and take a break, hear from a few of our sponsors, and then we'll be back with a little bit of information on these two teams.
You know what nobody misses? Dial-up internet. The same goes for monthly checking account fees. P1FCU's Ascend checking is free. Plus, it has all sorts of free benefits, like remote deposit, credit score monitoring, and more. Meanwhile, some people are paying as much as $12 a month for their checking. Some things should just be free. Open your P1FCU Ascend checking today at p1fcu.org/free. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? Do you need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
The St. Mary's Lumberjack Booster Club is looking for volunteers and active members to participate in the many activities the Booster Club does in support of our Lumberjacks. The Lumberjack Booster Club provides much appreciated support to the Lumberjack sports programs and is always looking for new active members and new ideas. The Booster Club is currently in need of new officers as well as volunteers to help with the Hall of Fame banquet and auction, spirit building, senior nights, and more. Anyone interested can contact Lynn Masterson at 208-568-1802 or just come to a meeting at the fire station.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Are you ready to turn your dream space into a reality? Look no further than Construction Solutions, your trusted partner in residential and commercial construction. From concept to completion, we've got you covered. At Construction Solutions, we specialize in site development with top-notch excavation services, ensuring a solid foundation for your project. Our experienced team is dedicated to delivering quality craftsmanship and exceeding your expectations. Opportunity awaits with Construction Solutions. Whether it's your dream home or a thriving business space, we're here to make it happen. Call us now at 208-582-3305 and let's build your future together. Construction Solutions, where excellence meets opportunity. Visit our website at constructionbylozano.com. That's constructionbylozano.com.
Tim Parrish back here at St. Mary City Park Fields as your Lumberjack girls get set to host the Bonners Ferry Badgers in the non-league doubleheader here this afternoon. Boys are playing today as well. They are hosting Timberlake up at the City Park Field, so if you get a chance, come on out and cheer on either one of these teams and see if they can get the victories here today. Taking a look at the Central Idaho League softball standings, I quickly printed these off of Max Prep, so I'm not 100% how accurate they are, but we're going to go over them anyways real quick. It just doesn't seem like a whole lot of games have been played, and it seems like there's a lot of league games missing with the season coming close to a end for the regular season. So take these with a grain of salt because I'm not sure how accurate these are for softball. Kellogg, it shows, is up on top with a conference win-loss record of 3-0 and a overall record of 5-3. Orofino shows a 4-1 conference record with a 9-6 overall record. Grangeville shows a 2-2 conference record with a 6-7 overall record. St. Mary's with a 2-5 league record, which is the accurate league record, and 2-11 overall. They beat Priest River last week or the week before to get their first W's on the season. And Priest River 1-4 in their league action, 2-8 overall according to this standings sheet. So, like I said, take that with a grain of salt. I'm not sure how accurate those are. It's probably better if I would have gotten that information off of Idaho Sports, but I was kind of running behind, didn't get a lot of time to get this taken care of, so I printed off what I had before me really quickly and moved right along. So, with that being said, let's move on to... let's take a break and we'll move on, because I'm not sure if this is going to start exactly on time. We'll find out, but we'll be back.
Tax time is here again. I know, it's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau Insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life. Plus, they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown teams. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
Tim Parrish back here at St. Mary City Park Fields as we get ready for some Lumberjack softball action. The girls hosting the Bonners Ferry Badgers today. Taking a look at the Badgers, according to Max Preps, the Badgers come in today's game with a 2-8 overall record. They haven't played any conference games, according to the record. Their coach says not available on that information, so I'm not 100% sure who their coach is. For staff on their roster, it does say Cindy Sumter. So I'm not sure if that is their coach or not, but that is what we have for the information. Bonners Ferry, of course, in that 3A Intermountain League, coming way from up north. It's about a 3-hour drive from Bonners Ferry to here. or from here to Bonners Ferry, either way you want to look at it. So it is a nice long drive for the Badgers to come into St. Mary's to play the Lumberjacks. As a team, the Badgers batting .343 on the season, 69 at bats, 85 hits, 24 RBIs, 27 doubles, and 3 triples. They also have walked 51 times and struck out 54 times, and they have had 12 left on base over the total season, so not a lot left on base, honestly. Their fielding percentage is .938 with just 3 errors on the season. Their pitching earned run average 3.52, pretty solid. They've got, it looks like 3 pitchers at least in their stats. Their top pitcher would be Sumter, a senior. Let me see if I can find her first name. It only gives the first initial there. So Taylor Sumter, who is a senior. She has an earned run average of about 2.77, 2 wins to 7 losses, though. She has struck out 79 and walked 80 batters on her season. Let's see what else here. Hits, they have given up 56 hits, has the Badgers 132 runs, but only 29 of those runs were earned, with 104 walks and just 83 strikeouts. So that's a lopsided in the wrong direction if you're the Badgers, with that 104 walks and 83 strikeouts. They have also hit 30 batters. Hit by pitch is 30 batters. So their pitching struggle a little bit, it looks like. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll tell you a little bit about your Lumberjacks.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
And we are back. Take a quick look at the Lumberjacks on the season so far. The Lumberjack girls, 2-11 on the year, 2-5 in league play. St. Mary's bats, 263 on the season. They have 111 runs on 67 hits with 85 RBIs and 11 doubles. So not too bad of numbers there. You want to see that batting average maybe a little bit higher. St. Mary's has walked 96 times, struck out just 81 times, and have had 83 left stranded on bases. So that's kind of tough for the girls. Their fielding percentage is a little bit rough, 757 on the year with 65 errors. They do have 3 double plays on the season. The pitching for St. Mary's, kind of a place they've struggled this year, 11.01 ERA as a team. Their top pitchers has been Addison Stewart with a 6.5 ERA and Alyssa Watkins with a 6.8. St. Mary's has given up 165 runs, 87 of those earned, 98 walks, 52 strikeouts. So that's just a quick synopsis of the Lumberjack girls. I'm going to take another break. I went through that really quickly, but we're going to take a little bit of an extended break here because I've got to go see if I can find some rosters, some lineups for this first game. So we'll be back.
Tired of wasting your money on credit card processing fees? Call Flat Creek Payments. We will help you reduce or eliminate your credit card processing fees. Take a moment to review those fees you paid last month. You know, the ones that slipped through the cracks. Now imagine having all that money back in your pocket. Sounds awesome, right? Let Flat Creek Payments make that dream a reality. Call Flat Creek Payments today, 208-695-1056. That's 208-695-1056. Flat Creek Payments. Any adventure, any task, any time, there's a Yamaha utility ATV for any ride and any rider. See the full lineup at St. Mary's Sun Cycle. Adventure seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the Yamaha Grizzly lineup. For the ultimate in mid-size ATV performance, check out the Yamaha Kodiak 450. And for those who mix work and pleasure, the Yamaha Kodiak 700 line devours chores and leaves room for adventure. Find your utility ATV at St. Mary's Sun Cycle or YamahaMotorsports.com. Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the Hot Deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Jack Buell Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses. And most importantly, people. Jack Buell Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Buell Trucking.
At Good Neighbor Pharmacy, we're committed to being your good neighbor.
Good Neighbor Pharmacy is an independent network of over 3,000 pharmacies throughout the United States, giving us the buying power to compete with the chain stores.
We'll fill your prescription quickly and safely, and you're supporting a locally owned pharmacy.
Your copays are the same wherever you go. Why not come and visit your locally owned pharmacy professionals?
Jack's Pharmacy is your Good Neighbor Pharmacy here in St. Mary's. Come in and say hi. Jack's Pharmacy.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, you know? I wanted to get back in the game, so I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in Idaho at highschoolofficials.com.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Bennewash, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric. For all of your area high school sports schedules, updates, and recaps, including Lakeside, Kootenai, and of course St. Mary's High School, pick up your copy of the St. Mary's Gazette Record every Wednesday. Not only will they have game recaps and highlights for area high school sports action, but local news and information. St. Mary's Gazette Record, pick up a copy today.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Mary's Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Mary's is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Mary's, Shift and Grind says, "Go Lumberjacks!"
Spring is here, and you can make your home beautiful this summer with help from 10th Street Lumber. Besides all the building materials you'll ever need, 10th 10th Street Lumber has landscaping supplies. They have landscaping bricks, concrete bricks, paving bricks, as well as planting materials. So stop by today, whether you're building a deck, a patio, or planting flowers. 10th Street Lumber has it all. 10th Street Lumber at 10th Street and Railroad Avenue, right here in St. Mary's.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oakes at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oakes a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255.
And we are back, just about ready to get things rolling here at St. Mary City Park Field. Your Lumberjacks hosting the Bonners Ferry Badgers in a doubleheader for softball action. Quick look at the lineup. Lumberjacks will be in the outfield first. In the pitching circle will be Addison Stewart, the junior. Behind home plate is Brenna Elliott. Over at first base, Mia Asbury. Emily Stoke will be manning second base. Lexi Brebner at third. Lissa Watkins will be at shortstop. Over in left field, Kendra Nicholson. Center field, Madison Thomas. And in right field, it is Avery Baird. Take a quick look at the pitching numbers for Addison Stewart. Addison, she's a junior, but has an earned run average of 6.5, no wins to 4 losses in 5 appearances. Addison has had 44 hits, 64 runs, 21 earned runs, 24 walks, and 20 strikeouts. She has pitched 22.1 innings. She has had 1 home run hit off of her, and she has faced 159 batters. So that is a look at your starting pitcher for the Lumberjacks here this afternoon. The batting order for the Bonners Ferry Badgers, it'll be the number 5 of Jody Curtis, the number 2 of the number 11 of Ava Fredrickson, the number 13 of Jaden Falk. Those are the top 3 batters for the Badgers, and I think we're about ready to get things rolling as the Lumberjacks having their meeting at the pitching circle, and the first batter steps to the plate for the Badgers. It is Jody Curtis, and we'll give you some stats on her in just a second. Jody Curtis batting .500 on the year. First pitch going to be a ground ball right up the middle, and it'll be a base hit to get the Badgers going right off the get-go here. Nice hit, single, grounder, got just past everybody, and it puts a runner on for the Badgers. Brings up Ava Fredrickson, batting .321 on the season. Ava is a senior for the Bonners Ferry Badgers. First pitch comes across a tad bit high for ball 1. And Jody Curtis is going to get caught stealing. She's going to try to get over to second base, but the throw from Brenna Elliott out to I believe it was the second baseman for the Lumberjacks, and I'll get you that in just a second. That is Emily Stoke getting the out at second base. So 1 down as the Lumberjacks get the runner trying to steal from first. Next pitch comes across high to Fredrickson. So 2 balls, no strikes. On deck for the Badgers is Jaden Falk. That pitch again, just a tad bit high. 3 balls, no strikes to Fredrickson. On deck is Jaden Falk. In the hole, Kira Sumter for the Badgers. Addison Stewart, I should say, rocks and fires that next pitch. Going to get a swing and a miss for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. I keep on to call her Turner. Stewart, a heck of an athlete. That ball is tacked out into a left field. It's going to get over the head of Kendra Nicholson, and that's going to be extra bases as she's going to make it all the way around to third on a stand-up triple by Fredrickson. That was a hard-hit ball right over the head of the left fielder, all the way out into just about to the fence. So 1 out, runner on third for the Badgers. Brings up Jaden Falk for the Badgers. She's batting .310 on the season. Looks like a little bit of a slap batter. Takes a little bit of a swing at that first one, strike 1. Steps out of the batter's box, takes another extra practice swing. Stewart looks over to her coach, getting some signals. Now ready, stands on the rubber. Stewart looking into Elliott, rocks and fires. The pitch comes across a tad bit high, it looks like. 1 ball, 1 strike, and that ball is going to get away from the Lumberjacks out into left field, and Ava Fredrickson will score. I'm pretty sure that's going to be an error. I'm just not sure who it's on. So I didn't catch who threw that or how it got out there. So a run comes across for the Badgers. 1 out. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jaden Falk. Nobody on the bases now. Kira Sumter on deck for Bonners Ferry. Next pitch, going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Falk. Again, Stewart takes a look, gets the call for the pitch from her coach. Sets up, rocks and fires. That one's going to be up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lost control a little bit of that one. 2-2 count now to Falk. Next pitch on the way. That one's going to come across low. Came out a little bit early from Addison's grip there. Runs the count full. 3-2 to Falk. Let's see if Stewart can win the battle here. 3-2 pitch on the way. That looked good. Inside corner, strike 3. Going to catch her look, and she thought it might have been too far inside. Didn't get the benefit of that call from the umpire, and that will retire Jaden Falk back to the dugout. 2 outs, and it'll bring up Kira Sumter with nobody on for the Badgers. Kira Sumter takes that first pitch. Just a tad high for ball 1. Kira Sumter, a junior, batting .375 on the year for Bonners Ferry. Next pitch, nice level. Going to get that one just above the knees. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Next pitch on the way. That one comes across too low. 2 balls and a strike now to Sumter. Bonners Ferry's got 1 run across on an error. Next pitch on the way. That one's going to be high and outside. I do have a few comparisons I took down for these 2 teams. Haven't been able to get into those just yet. So it's a 3-1 count to Sumter. On deck would be, I'm imagining, her sister, Taylor Sumter, if Kira can get on base. She's ahead in the count. That'll even that count up, or run the count full, I should say, with a called strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Sumter. 3-2 pitch on the way. A swing and a foul ball. Count remains full. The breeze has died down, so it's gotten a bit more comfortable. Next pitch. Oh, low and inside, and Stewart will let her off the hook with a walk. So runner at first for the Badgers brings up Taylor Sumter. Badgers have 2 outs. Taylor Sumter, a senior, batting .419 on the year for the Badgers. That first pitch swung on, popped over to the first baseman, Mia Asbury. She steps over, makes the catch, and gets the out for the 3rd one. That will end the inning, or the top of the inning anyways. And there is 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, 1 left on base. In the top of the 1st inning, the Badgers lead it 1-0 over the Lumberjacks. And the top 3 in the batting order will be Madison Thomas, Alyssa Watkins, and Addison Stewart when we return.
Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's is your one-stop farm and garden shop. Everything from pet supplies to livestock feeds and supplies, Triple X Feeds has it. Horse supplies, they have that also. From saddle pads to bridles, Triple X Feeds can set you up. Triple X Feeds now has hay and alfalfa in stock as well as straw. Triple X Feeds, located at 130 East College Avenue in St. Mary's, open 8 to 5:30 weekdays and 9 to 5 on Saturdays. Triple X Feeds is a proud Lumberjack sports broadcast sponsor. Looking for a hardworking, reputable, licensed, and insured construction company in Benoit County? Need a remodel, pole barn, or deck? Whatever your construction needs may be, Colton Construction LLC is waiting for your call. 208-315-7333. Colton Construction LLC, licensed, insured, and ready to give you your free estimate today. Give them a call, 208-315-7333. That's 208-315-7333. Colton Construction LLC. Ask about their military discount.
And we are back. The outfield looks like this for the Bonners Ferry Badgers as the Badgers lead 1-0 into the bottom of the first inning. Taylor Sumter will be pitching for the Badgers, and we'll see if I can find her pitching numbers here in a second. Behind home plate is Ava Fredrickson. First base, Jody Curtis. Second base, Sadie Fredrickson. Third base, Jaden Falk. Shortstop, Kira Sumter. And we'll get you the outfield in just a minute. First pitch to Maddie Thomas. She shows bunt, and as far as I think I can tell, is that might have been... not sure if she pulled that bat back and that was a ball or not. Next pitch on the way. She's going to get a foul on that one. So I know we've at least got a 1-strike count to Thomas. It is a 1-1 count. Maddie Thomas batting .282 on the season. That one's going to be a called strike. Outfield, left field is Elena Schmeier, center field Olivia Delavan, and right field Sammy Cohen. Next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Thomas goes down swinging for the first batter for the Lumberjacks. Let's see if I can find the pitching for Taylor Sumter. 2.77 is her ERA, 2.77. 79 strikeouts and 80 walks in her pitching this year. Alyssa Watkins took that first pitch. I didn't see what it was. It might have been ball one. Next one's going to be a big swing for a strike. So I think we might have a 1-1 count to Watkins, or 0-2. I didn't catch that first pitch again. That pitch is outside. So we got a 2, a strike, and a walk, or a ball. So 2 balls and a strike. Next pitch, outside low, ball 3. So 3-1 count now to Watkins. Watkins batting .182 on the season. She's a freshman. 3-1 pitch, outside, ball 4. So Lumberjacks with 1 out have a runner on. That'll bring up the junior Addison Stewart. Addison, a heck of an athlete. She's batting .345 on the year. She has 1 double this year, 8 RBIs, 10 hits, and 18 runs. First pitch misses outside. Addie, a right-handed batter. Alyssa Watkins is a lefty. Sumter looks in, gets her signals. Next pitch, that was a good-looking one. Strike 1 called. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Stewart. 1-1 pitch on the way. That one's going to come behind her. Be a wild pitch. That'll get Alyssa Watkins over to second base. 2-1 count to Stewart. Two-one pitch on the way. That one gets away from her way a little bit high, so we got a 3-1 count to Stewart. On deck for the Lumberjacks is Adeline Turner. In the hole is Elliott. That one's going to catch that inside corner for a called strike. Runs the count full. 3-2. They showed 2-2, but thought it was 3-2. That one's going to be fouled up and over. Count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes to Stewart. They said 2-2 a minute ago, so that one is inside. 4 ball 4. So Lumberjacks have 1 out, runners on first and second. Tying score is in scoring position. It'll bring up Adeline Turner for the Lumberjacks. Adeline Turner, a freshman. She's batting .333 on the year. 16 runs on 8 hits. First pitch comes across high for ball 1. On deck will be Brenna Elliott, the catcher. That pitch is low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. So Sumter having a little bit of placement issues early on in this one. 2-0 count. Pitch on the way. That one low and inside once again. 3-0 count now to Turner. Next pitch on the way. That one up high. So 3 batters, 3 walks for Sumter. Got the first one out on I think it was a strikeout. That was Madison Thomas that struck out. Bases loaded, 1 out for the Lumberjacks. Brings up Brenna Elliott. Brenna, not a senior. Brenna is, where's she at on my... That first pitch is going to hit her, and that'll bring a run across for the Lumberjacks. So Brenna Elliott, a junior, just batting 125 on the year. She gets a courtesy runner. I believe that's Paige Reed out to courtesy run. Bonners Ferry coach comes on out, talks to her pitcher. And we've got Lexi Brebner to the plate for the Lumberjacks. Lexi, senior, batting .438 on the year. She's not the leading batter. Actually, Taryn Brebner is batting .667. Lexi, though, has 32 at-bats with 16 runs on 14 hits, 13 RBIs, and 2 doubles. So Lumberjacks have tied things up 1 apiece after the hit by pitch here in the bottom of the first inning. Bases loaded. Lexi going to be looking to put some good contact on this ball to bring a couple runs in. That first pitch going to come across nicely, called strike 1. Next pitch on the way. That was a nice looking pitch. Took a big swing. Strike 2. Just swung right underneath that one. It was a good pitch to swing at. It was definitely in the zone. But it puts her down 0-2. Next pitch. That one she makes contact with. Going to pop it into the gap just over the shortstop's head. That will bring in 1 run. 2 runs. And Paige Reed will hold up at third. And it'll be a stand-up double with 2 RBIs for Lexi Brebner. And the Lumberjacks take the 3-1 lead. That ball just got high enough to get up and over the shortstop's head, just into the outfield grass, and then rolled a ways out there into the gap where nobody was. So we end up with runners at second and third. And it's Emily Stoke to the plate for St. Mary's. Stoke, a senior, batting 143. Swings at the second pitch. I didn't see what the first pitch was yet as far as the call. I know the second pitch was a swing and a miss for strike 1. That pitch is a swing and a miss for strike 2. So the one pitch was a ball. Next pitch on the way. It's going to be a called strike 3 as she watches that one go by. That'll be 2 down for the Lumberjacks. Brings up the junior, Mia Asbury. Mia batting 200 on the season. If Mia gets on, we'll have Avery Baird to the plate. First pitch to Asbury. Nice looking pitch. Going to be a called strike 1. Got a bad throw out to the... I'm going to call it a error on the catcher. And the runners will advance. So Brebner over to third base now. That's Lexi. Scoring was Paige Reed. Lumberjacks now lead 4-1, bottom of the first. Next pitch, a little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mia Asbury. Next pitch on the way. That's going to be a swing and a miss for strike 2. Big healthy cut at that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Asbury. Taylor Sumter rocks and fires. That one's gonna be a little low and a little, maybe it was more inside than low. That was a really close pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Asbury. Next pitch, nice one on the inside a little bit. Got her to swing, strike through. Oh, that says, I guess that's only strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I missed something somewhere there. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Asbury now. Next pitch. It's going to be a called strike 3. Thought it was a little bit high in the zone, she did, but going to say strike. Lumberjacks, though, do come up with 4 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left on base. And into the top of the second, it's St. Mary's 4, Bonners Ferry 1. We'll be back, and it'll be Olivia Delavan leading off for the Badgers when we come back.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the IHSAA and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
And we are back, and those of you on our YouTube channel looking at the Sideline HD feed with the video, I just checked that, and apparently something didn't catch with our scoring app, so the score and stuff isn't showing properly up on top, and it's probably not giving you your upcoming batters and all that stuff, but the video looks like it's coming through pretty good, so at least that part's working, and we'll have to see between games what I did wrong, basically, to get the scoring app to show up the way it's supposed to. Anyways, Olivia Delavan for the Badgers up now. St. Mary's leads 4-1, takes that first pitch from Addie Stewart as a called strike 1. Next pitch, she's going to foul off, strike 2. She's batting .500 on the year. She's a sophomore. She's had 2 plate appearances, though, 2 at-bats and 1 hit. So she's down 0-2 in the count to Stewart. Next pitch on the way. Going to swing on that one and foul it up and out of play. Count remains 0-2 to Delavan. And that pitch is going to be a strike. Her number is apparently number 7, so I got to save that. Next pitch was a strike, and she will strike out. That'll bring up Elena Schmeier. First pitch is low for ball 1. Schmeier, a junior, batting .150 on the season. Going to take a swing at that next one. It's going to be popped up down the first base line, drifting back on it to make the catch for the out is Mia Asbury. And that'll be 2 outs for the Badgers, bringing up Sammy Cohen, the number 8 batter. Cohen batting .333 on the year as a junior. 2 outs, nobody on. That pitch a little bit low. Ball 1. Next pitch on the way. Going to take a big swing at that one. Oh, it's going to pop off the glove of Asbury. It's going to roll over towards Emily Stoke. Emily Stoke able to scoop it up and get the out. She tosses it over to Mia to complete the out, and that will retire the sides. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base for the Badgers. Quick inning for the Lumberjacks defensively. St. Mary's leads at 4-1 going into the bottom of the second. Bottom of the order, Avery Baird at the plate when we return.
Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Mary's. Open 24 hours, we have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quickly. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
When your car's not running right, you want an honest mechanic that provides quality work at an affordable price. That can be tough, unless your dad owns a repair shop. But in St. Mary's, times have changed. You have Jim's Auto, and they treat every customer like family. Get everything from regular maintenance to major repairs done at Jim's Auto and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto doesn't just offer oil changes. They're a full-service shop. Jim's Auto can diagnose that check engine light, change your brakes, and fix your alignment. Ask about Jim's Auto's new Express Lane with same-day or next-day oil and tire services. And don't forget, Jim's Auto is an authorized Tire Pros dealer with nationwide warranty, service protection plan, and free roadside assistance. Jim's Auto and Tire Pros located at 69 Milwaukee Road, St. Mary's.
And we are back. It'll be Avery Baird stepping to the plate for the Lumberjacks in that number 9 slot. She's a junior, batting 174 on the season. Takes a swing at that first pitch. Going to be a little dribbler ground ball. The third baseman is going to charge up on it for the Badgers. That is, let's see here, is Jaden Falk, and she gets the throw over to Jody Curtis at first base for the ground out. So one down brings up the top of the order, Madison Thomas. Madison struck out swinging her first at bat. She squares around, shows bunt, offered up at it. I believe that's going to be a strike. And pitch went just over the top of the barrel of the bat. Going to show that same thing. That ball's going to be popped up behind her, caught by the catcher, Ava Fredrickson, and that'll be out number 2 on the little fly-out pop-up. 2 down, nobody on for the Lumberjacks. Brings up Lissa Watkins. Lissa walked in her first at-bat. Left-handed batter. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Next pitch on the way. That one looked like it might have been outside. Takes a good swing at it, though, as it was too close to call, and going to be a strike 1 swinging. 1 ball, 1 strike to Watkins. That pitch up a little high. 2-1 count to Watkins. If Watkins gets on deck, it'll be Stewart step into the plate. 2-1 pitch on the way. That one is well outside. 3-1 count to Watkins. Sumter looks in. 3-1 pitch on the way. Nice pitch. Got her to swing over the top of that one. Strike 2, runs the count full. Sumter kind of finding her groove a little bit here in the bottom of the second. Next pitch on the way. Nice swing. Got her to swing, or nice pitch. Got her to swing right at that one. And that will retire the sides on that third strike. St. Mary's, no runs, no hits, no errors. Quick second inning for both teams. And no scores in the second. The score remains 4-1 in favor of the Lumberjacks. And it'll be Sadie Fredrickson batting that number 9 slot for the Badgers when we return.
If you're looking for a great breakfast in a nice little restaurant, then stop by Nellie's Kitchen in St. Mary's. Nellie's Kitchen is located in the River City Mall and serves breakfast from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Try a nice big hot cinnamon roll, biscuits and gravy, or a fan favorite, the Slumgolian. Did someone say chicken fried steak? Nellie's is now offering a chicken fried steak breakfast special on Saturday and Sunday. Why not try the best breakfast in town at Nellie's Kitchen, located at the River Cities Mall in St. Mary's. Does your furry friend need a bath? Don't want to deal with the hassle and the mess from bathing your furry friend? Make an appointment with Barks and Bubbles Groom Shop today. Barks and Bubbles, located at 402 North 10th Street in St. Mary's, will have your furry friend looking and feeling like $1 million in no time. And guess what? No mess at home, no scratches, and no getting soaked from head to toe. Let Barks and Bubbles Groom Shop handle the work. Barks and Bubbles Groom Shop also offers pet boarding. Call for an appointment today at 208-245-5755. That's 208-245-5755. Barks and Bubbles Groom Shop in St. Mary's.
And we are back.
You know what nobody missed?
Sadie Fredrickson leading off for the Badgers here in the bottom of the order. She's got a batting average of .263, does the sophomore. She's going to bunt that one, pops it way up in the air. Charging from the pitching circle is Addison Stewart, and she will get the out on the pop fly. Back to the top of the order for the Badgers, the first baseman, Jody Curtis. Singled her first at bat out in the center field. First pitch looked a bit like a fastball. Strike one as Curtis watches that one come through. Ava Fredrickson on deck for the Badgers. 0-1 pitch on the way. A big swing. Fouls that one off into the parking lot for an 0-2 count now. Curtis looking down, getting some instructions from her coach down the third base line. Stewart looks in, rocks and fires. That's going to be a pitch that's going to be hit. Ground ball into the right field. It's going to get past the right fielder, roll just about all the way to the fence. She's going to turn and head for, nope, she thought about heading for third. Coach said, don't do it, don't do it. She turned around, got back to the bag in time. It's a double for Jody Curtis as she remains perfect on the afternoon. She's hit now a ground ball to the left side, a ground ball to the right side. That brings up Ava Fredrickson. She had a triple in her first at bat. That one was out into left field. On deck is Jaden Falk. First pitch, she's going to square around, shows bunt. They're going to try to get the steal. They're going to say safe. Didn't get the tag quite on her on time. And I thought that was a pretty good call. It looked like that tag just a little bit late getting around. I think the pitch was a strike. Nope, actually they say it was a ball. Actually, I think we've got 1 ball, 1 strike. I think we've now got 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch on the way. Low. And inside on that one. I think we've got a 2-2 count now. Have to double check with the... That's going to be a line drive up the middle. That'll score a run for the Badgers. Kind of a line drive ground ball. So with 1 out, the Badgers draw within 2 runs. 4-2, they trail the Lumberjacks. Runner at first brings up Jaden Falk, who struck out looking her first at bat. That first pitch comes low and inside for ball 1.
Hey, there we go, there we go.
Next pitch on the way. That's going to be fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike.
All right, here we go, 13, here we go.
1-1 pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss. Strike 2. Looked like a fastball out of Stewart. Jaden Falk with 1 ball, 2 strikes for the Badgers at the plate. 1 out, runner at first. 1 run across here in the top of the third. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 outs for the Badgers. They've got 1 runner over at first base. That's Ava Fredrickson. 1 run across. Kira Sumter to the plate. She walked in her first at bat. On deck is Taylor Sumter. First pitch a little high. Going to try to throw down to first. The ball, or the second on the stolen base. The ball pops out of the glove. And the runner is safe. So it was a pretty good throw. Got there in time, just couldn't quite squeeze that ball into the glove. Could have had another pickoff out there at third, or at second. Sumter now showed like she was going to bunt, tried to pull it back, going to be a called strike anyways. 1 ball, I believe, and 1 strike. Stewart rocks and fires. That pitch misses on the outside.
Here we go, 5. Come on, Kira, you got it right here.
I believe it's a 2-1 count. Next pitch on the way. That one's low and inside. So three balls, 1 strike to Sumter. That's going to be a little high and outside. Ball 4, and Sumter will earn another walk in this one. Brings up Taylor Sumter. She flew out to the first baseman in her first at bat. On deck is Olivia Delavan. Make sure I got numbers right on these players as well. Actually, she's number 1. That's going to be a ground ball. It's going to be hit right back to Stoke. Stoke is able to get that sharp hit ball and get the throw to first in time for the out. So ground out, hit right to the second baseman, Emily Stoke. She pitches it over to Mia Asbury to record the out, and it'll end the inning. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base for the Badgers. St. Mary's leads at 4-2 into the bottom of the third. Addison Stewart stepping to the plate when we return.
This is dial-up internet. The same goes for monthly checking account fees. P1FCU's Ascend checking is free. Plus, it has all sorts of free benefits, like remote deposit, credit score monitoring, and more. Meanwhile, some people are paying as much as $12 a month for their checking. Some things should just be free. Open your P1FCU Ascend checking today at p1fcu.org/free. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's.
Do you have...
And we are back. Addison Stewart will step into the plate for the Lumberjacks to lead off here in the bottom of the third. St. Mary's leads at 4-2 in game 1 of the doubleheader. St. Mary's with just 1 hit. The Badgers have 4. Both teams with an error. The Badgers have left 3 stranded. St. Mary's has left 1 stranded. Addison walked in her first at bat. On deck will be Turner, Adeline Turner, and in the hole will be Brenna Elliott. First pitch, little blooper pop up, and the catcher, Taylor Sumter, easily makes that catch for the out. Adeline Turner steps to the plate. She walked in her first at bat. On deck will be Brenna Elliott. In the hole is Lexi Brebner. Going to take a big swing. That one will be a base hit that's going to get through or just under the shortstop's glove out to the left fielder. So a hit single on the grounder for Turner. Brings up Brenna Elliott. Elliott was hit by pitch in her first at bat. First pitch to Elliott. Nice looking pitch, called strike 1. Next pitch on the way. Inside belt level, 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch on the way. High and outside on that one. 2-1 count now to Elliott. Next pitch. Inside and low. 3-1 count to Elliott. Elliott in control right now of the at-bat. Turner sits over at first, 1 out. On deck is Lexi Brebner. 3-1 pitch from Sumter on the way. High, a little outside, ball 4. Runners now at first and second for St. Mary's. See if they can get that run back that they gave to the Badgers here a minute ago. Of course, Brenna gets a courtesy runner as Paige Reed goes out to run for Elliott. Lexi hit a double in her first at bat. That was over into left center field. First pitch. Now she's going to poke one out into center right field. That'll go all the way to the fence. 1 run's coming around. It looks like possibly 2 runs as Paige Reed comes around. She'll come in standing up, and it'll be a triple with 2 RBIs. And it has been a day so far for Lexi Brebner. A double and now a triple. So 2 runs across for the Lumberjacks in the bottom of the third. Gives them a 6-2 lead over the Badgers. Brings up Emily Stokes. Swings at that first pitch. Strike 1. She struck out looking in her first at bat. On deck is Asbury. That pitch is high. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Stoke. One pitch on the way. That looked like a good one, and it was. Strike 2, 1 ball, 1 strike. One, 2 pitch on the way. Inside a little bit too tight. Ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Boys are playing today, too. I'm not sure if their game started at the same time or if theirs were starting a little bit later. They're playing Timberlake. Next pitch is going to be fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes is the count to Emily Stoke. 1 out, runner on third for the Lumberjacks. Lexi Brebner waits over there, see if she can get brought home. 2-2 pitch on the way. Low and inside. Runs the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch on the way. That's going to be hit high out into center field. Will it drop? It will. And that'll bring Brebner in. A base hit on the high fly ball into center field by Emily Stoke. Just put that thing right into a gap that the left fielder and right fielder or center fielder couldn't get to. And brings in a run. So 3 runs across for the Lumberjacks in the bottom of third. They lead 7-2. Brings up Asbury, 0 for 1. Struck out looking her first at bat. Takes a big swing at that first pitch for a strike 1. Sumter, the 0-1 pitch on the way. That one's going to be fouled off. Count is 0-2 to Asbury. 1 out for the Lumberjacks with a runner on first base. This is the bottom of the third. St. Mary's has plated 3 runs now in the bottom of the third. 7 in total. They lead 7-2. Next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Kind of an off-speed pitch there. I'm going to get a stolen base by Stoke. That ball ended up getting out a little bit further into the center field. She had a little bit of a chance to get over to third base. The dugout was yelling at her to go, and once she figured out what happened, she put her hands up on her helmet and had a big smile on her face out there at second base. Brings up Avery Baird, bottom of the order. She had a ground out in her first at bat, and this might be the same results. No, it's going to be booted by Fredrickson, the second baseman. It'll be an error, and Baird will be safe at first. So runners at first and second for the first and third for the Lumberjacks with 2 outs. Madison Stewart steps up. Her third appearance at the plate, strikeout and a flyout in her first 2 at-bats. Big swing and a miss on that first one. Strike one. Avery Baird over to second on the stolen base. 0-1 count to Baird. Next pitch on the way. That was a good-looking pitch. A swing. Watched it come by. 0-2 count now. Thomas, not Baird. Baird's out there on second base. Next pitch on the way. Swing, and I think did not get a piece of it. It is strike three. And that will retire the sides. Everybody thought it was third out, but wasn't 100% sure. 3 runs on 3 hits for the Lumberjacks, 1 error on the Badgers, 2 left on base. Into the top of the 4th, St. Mary's leads at 7-2 over Bonners Ferry. We'll be back, and it'll be the middle of the order basically for the Badgers. Olivia Delavan leading off when we come back.
A hazardous tree on your property? You need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
The St. Mary's Lumberjack Booster Club is looking for volunteers and active members to participate in the many activities the Booster Club does in support of our Lumberjacks. The Lumberjack Booster Club provides much appreciated support to the Lumberjack sports programs and is always looking for new active members and new ideas. The Booster Club is currently in need of new officers as well as volunteers to help with the Hall of Fame banquet and auction, spirit building, senior nights, and more. Anyone interested can contact Lynn Masterson at 208-568-1802 or just come to a meeting at the fire station.
And we are back. Addison Stewart in the pitching circle for the Lumberjacks. Pretty effective so far. 28 strikes, 19 balls, 47 total pitches through the 3 innings. Olivia Delavan struck out looking in her first at-bat as she steps to the plate for the second time today. Elena Schmeier on deck for the Badgers. First pitch, swung on, hit out into right field, out in that gap, and it'll drop for a nice base hit. So the leadoff on for the Badgers. No outs, brings up Schmeier. Schmeier had a fly out to the first baseman in her first at bat. On deck is Cohen. First pitch low and inside. Ball 1 to Schmeier. Next pitch on the way. Ground ball right back to Stewart. Stewart to throw the first in time. So 1 out, runner on second for the Badgers. Runner at second base brings up Sammy Cohen. She had a line drive out in her first at bat. First pitch going to be a called strike. 0-1 count to Cohen. Next pitch on the way. That one's going to be down low. Runner gets over to third on a, I call it a pass ball. 1-1 count to Cohen. Next pitch, low and inside. 2-1 count to Cohen. Runner on third for the Badgers. Just 1 out. Stewart. Pitch on the way. Going to take a swing at that one. Oh, it's going to just get past the glove of Stoke out into center field or right field. And that one probably could go either way as far as an error or a single. I'm just going to leave it as a single and have a run come across. It wasn't hit that hard. It probably technically was an error. That was inside and low for ball 1. Stolen base for Cohen, out to second.
Settle down, Jack. You got it.
Fredrickson to the plate. She had a fly out in her first at bat for the Badgers. That pitch is going to be inside and low. Ball 2. 2-0 count. Pitch on the way. Ground ball. That one's going to find the gap out into right field. Runner's going to come around looking to score, and she will make it. So it'll be a hit single, ground ball into right field. And the runner comes across. So 2 runs across on top of the fourth for the Badgers. 7-4 the score. Lumberjacks with a 3-run lead. First pitch going to be looking like a fastball. Strike 1 to Jody Curtis. Jody has a single and a double. She is 2 for 2. Been dangerous at the plate. And that one is going to be hit into right field for a base hit. Yes. And then an error on the throw-in. So let's do that, and then we'll go over here. Error. Lumberjacks had an error there as they didn't get a clean throw in on that into the infield. That's going to be a strike or a ball a little bit low. The Badgers have 1 out here in the top of the fourth. 2 runs across. They trail 7-4. 2 runners in scoring position. 1 ball, no strikes to Fredrickson. That ball is going to be a little bit low and inside for ball number 2. Next pitch up high. 3-1 count to Fredrickson. That one's going to be left low as well. Ball 4. And Stewart having a little bit of control issue in that at bat. Coach Watkins going to go out and talk to his pitcher. Got to get the team settled down a little bit. St. Mary's with a 7-4 lead here, top of the fourth. Badgers battling. They've got 2 runs across with 1 out. Bases are loaded. Brings up Jaden Falk. She struck out swinging and struck out looking.
Back to you. Go clear 1 on here. Place that low. Run, go forward and 1. Hey, big hit right here. Let's go. Hey, go girls.
I think coach is basically telling me anything that happens here, they're going to throw it to the home plate. If it's a dribbler or something like that, you want to get it into the home plate for the out there. I think that was a ball down low. Next pitch on the way. That one looked good, but I think it was outside.
Get her, runner.
And St. Mary's with some good defensive play here, though. They get an out at home.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Hey, 2 down now. Thank you. Be patient, be patient. All right, infield. Don't worry about it. Go on, Jaden! Come on, Jaden, you got it.
And that pitch is going to miss outside. I think it's a 3-0 count. Ava Fredrickson with the stolen base. 2 outs, though, for the Badgers. So a 3-0 count for the Badgers. They've got runners on second and third. Next pitch is going to be low. I'll reload the bases. And they'll bring up Kira Sumter, who is 0-for with 2 walks in her first 2 appearances. First pitch, ground ball right back to Addison Stewart. She's going to get the throw to first, and they will get the ground out to retire the side. So some good play there by the Lumberjacks here in a critical situation as they do allow 2 runs to come across, but with bases loaded twice, nobody does advance after that. 4 hits, 1 error, 3 left on base for the Badgers, and the Badgers still trail 7-4 to the Lumberjacks into the bottom of the 4th, and it will be the number 2 batter, Alyssa Watkins, stepping to the plate when we return.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Are you ready to turn your dream space into a reality? Look no further than Construction Solutions, your trusted partner in residential and commercial construction. From concept to completion, we've got you covered. At Construction Solutions, we specialize in site development with top-notch excavation services, ensuring a solid foundation for your project. Our experienced team is dedicated to delivering quality craftsmanship and exceeding your expectations. Opportunity awaits with Construction Solutions. Whether it's your dream home or a thriving business space, we're here to make it happen. Call us now at 208-582-3305 and let's build your future together. Construction Solutions, where excellence meets opportunity. Visit our website at constructionbylozano.com. That's constructionbylozano.com.
And we are back. Alyssa Watkins takes the first pitch up high for ball 1. Next pitch is pretty nice looking. She's going to take a big swing at that one and just miss it for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Watkins. Watkins has a walk and a strikeout swinging in her first 2 at-bats. That pitch is a little high and outside. 2-1 count now to Watkins. Interesting little fact I believe about Alyssa is that she pitches and throws right-handed, but she bats left as she swings over the top of that one for 2 balls, 2 strikes now. 2-2 pitch on the way. That one's going to miss outside. Runs the count full, 3-2. And a nice pitch and a big swing, strike 3. Brings up the junior Addison Stewart to the plate. Addison had a walk and a fly out. She's looking for something more here on this outing. But she's going to wait on that pitch as it's up high for ball 1. Next pitch on the way. That one is going to be a high foul ball. That one almost went in the trash can. Whoop. That one hit right on the opening to the trash can, just about fell in there. Next pitch is outside for ball 2. 2-1 count to Stewart. That one is a nice poke, but it's going to drift foul. That was hit way down into left field, but it stayed in the playable territory, but it ended up foul. The left fielder, I think, thought it was going to get all the way out of play and kind of gave up on it. And then late, she realized it was staying in play and couldn't get to it in time for the out. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Stewart. Next pitch is high and outside. Runs the count full, 3-2, as we have a little pitching duel here between the 2 pitchers. Full count, 3-2 to Stewart. Pitch on the way. Oh, I think Addie thought that one was going to be a little bit low, but it was just in that right area. Gets the called strike. 2 outs now for the Lumberjacks. Adeline Turner hit a single her last at bat. inside on that first one. Ball 1. Cloud's getting a little bit heavier, but breeze is chilly. Next pitch on the way. Oh, that one was a low ball. She gets the golf swing at it, and it's going to be an error by Sadie Fredrickson, the second baseman. It's going to have Turner safe at first. A lot going on that pitch there. As if she would have laid off it would have been ball, but she got the piece of it and got lucky that it was booted by Fredrickson. Brings up Brenna Elliott. Walked her last bat. Going to take the first one for a called strike. 2 outs for the Lumberjacks here in the bottom of the 4th inning. St. Mary's leads 7-4. They've got Turner at first base. High outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Elliott. Next pitch on the way. That one's going to be fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Elliott.
Keep it going, babe.
Next pitch. That was a little high, maybe a tad bit inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hey, those are close pitches right there, too. Protect your plate.
Two pitch on the way. Again, that one misses a little high, maybe a little outside. Runs the count full. 3-2 to Elliott. If Elliott can earn her way on base, it'll be Lexi Brebner, stepping to the plate. Next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on a nice pitch. Strike 3. That will retire the side. St. Mary's couldn't come up with any runs. No hits and 1 error. Left 1 on base. Top of the 5th inning as we go into there. It'll be the Lumberjacks 7, the Badgers 4. Taylor Sumter to the plate when we return.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most. Help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care. So you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau Insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products including auto, home, commercial, and life, plus they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown teams. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
Archie's.
And we are back. A few changes defensively for St. Mary's. We've got Taryn Brebner coming in to catch, and I believe Paige Reed has gone out to right field for the Lumberjacks defensively. Addison Stewart continues in the pitching circle. Taylor Sumter in her first 2 at-bats, a fly out and a ground out. And that first pitch is going to be hit into right field. Paige Reed's going to get over to it to stop it, and it'll be a base hit for the Badgers.
Hey, there we go.
Olivia Delavan to the plate now for the Badgers. Had a single in her last at bat. That was out into right field. First pitch is low for ball 1. We've also had, I think, a change. That one's going to be hit all the way into left field. 1 run's going to come across. They're going to see if they can get the out at third, and they are not going to be able to. And that was a big poke They say Jennifer. I think they have some changes there. So that was a hit. I'm going to call it a triple. One run comes across. That's going to be a little bunt from, I believe, Schmeier. And she'll have the sacrifice. I think it was a kind of a sacrifice bunt. Not really, because nobody advanced. So we're just going to drop it down here. Ground out over to first base. The runner held up at third. One out for the Badgers. Brings up the number 3, which I think is Cone. And she is hit by pitch. And that pitch is going to be a called strike. A little bit of a kind of, not really an error, but a little bit of a learning curve thing there, as they had the steal to second base, and they went ahead and tried to throw it to second base, and that got the run to come from third to home. So the score now is 7-6 as the Badgers tighten this one up here in the top of the fifth with 2 more runs across. I believe it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Make that 2 balls and a strike now. And we are going to have, I believe, an error there on St. Mary's on the throw out to second. And I got to get this changed out because we have Brenna Elliott at shortstop now. That pitch is up high. So the tying run is sitting at third base for the Badgers here in the top of the 5th inning. Some rain showers there to the west of us. See if they're going to clear us or if they're going to come across us and get us a little wet here in a little while. That next pitch is a swing and a miss for strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count to Fredrickson. Bottom of the order. And it's hard to tell with the Badgers if they've made any changes in their batting order because they're wearing their jackets. That one's going to be popped up and it's going to drop. The tying run will come across. And Fredrickson makes it over to second base. Gonna call it a double. So the game is tied now with a runner at second and 1 out for the Badgers. 7-all. Badgers scored 1 in the first. They didn't score any in the second. 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and now 3 in the fifth to tie things up at 7-all. Jody Curtis to the plate for the Badgers. She's the top of the order. She's got a single, a double, and a single in her first 3 at bats. She's perfect on the day. That one's going to be a called strike.
Come on, Jody! Let's go!
0-1 pitch. Going to be a foul ball, strike 2.
Here we go, Joe. Come on the base, Jody. Come on. Come on, Jody! Fight for it, come on!
0-2 count to Curtis. And that'll be strike 3. So 2 down for the Badgers. It should bring up Ava Fredrickson. She has a triple, a single, and then a walk in her first 3 at bats. So she's had pretty productive afternoon. First pitch is going to be hit out into center, and it's going to drop. And they get a throw over to third. Did they get there in time? No, they did not get the tag drop down there on time. Ava Fredrickson got over to second on the throw. Brings up Jaden Falk. She walked her last at bat, strikeout in her first 2. First pitch is high for ball 1. Lumberjacks need to get that final out to keep this tied up, 7 apiece. Up high again. 2 balls, no strikes to Falk. And Alyssa Watkins warming up over in the other field. I think that might have been why she got pulled out for now, so she could warm up. That pitch is going to be fouled back. 2 balls, 1 strike to Falk. Addison Stewart up to 86 pitches. That pitch is going to be low. 3-1 count to Falk. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch. Strike 2. Runs the count full. 3-2 to Falk. On deck will be Kira Sumter if St. Mary's can't get that third out right here. 3-2 count. Full count to Falk. Ground ball just past the glove of Stewart. Stoke ends up booting a little bit. And 2 runs come across. The Badgers take the lead. Oh, no, there was a different error. A couple of errors there in that one as well. Oops, that didn't take, did it?
Here we go. Come on, Kira!
We've got a foul ball on it. Last pitch for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. I got a pitch count warning, but this is softball, so it doesn't matter. No pitch counts. That one's up high. Two 2-1 count to Sumter. Badgers now lead by 2, 9-7 over the Lumberjacks. That one's low and inside. Lumberjacks need 1 out in the inning. 3-1 count to Sumter. And that'll be ball 4. So runners at the corners for the Badgers brings up Taylor Sumter. She had a single her last at bat. Had a fly out and a ground out in her first 2 at bats. Addie needs to clear her head a little bit, shaking her head, a little bit of disgust out there. Needs to just settle it down.
Get her, Addie, get her, tag!
And they're going to get an out at third, so that was a ball. The runner was stealing as Jaden Falk took a little bit too big of a lead off of second. She's going to get tagged out, or I think it was a force out there. No, it wasn't. It was a tag from Stewart to, I think it was Brebner at third. And St. Mary's finally retires side on a pretty nice defensive play there. But the damage done. The Badgers come up with 5 runs on 4 hits, a couple of errors from St. Mary's, and 1 left on base. The Badgers up 9-7 over St. Mary's, and we will have Lexi Brebner, I do believe, leading off when we return.
IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
Tired of wasting your money on credit card processing fees? Call Flat Creek Payments. We will help you reduce or eliminate your credit card processing fees. Take a moment to review those fees you paid last month. You know, the ones that slipped through the cracks. Now imagine having all that money back in your pocket. Sounds awesome, right? Let Flat Creek Payments make that dream a reality. Call Flat Creek Payments today, 208-695-1056. That's 208-695-1056. Flat Creek Payments.
And we are back, and the Badgers made a change. It was number 2 in for number 16, but I don't have a number 16 on the field, so I'm not sure. My numbers I got off of Max Preps for jersey numbers were not correct for the Badgers 100%, so I'm just not going to change anything on my lineup on my scoreboard. First pitch is inside and low for ball 1 to Brebner. St. Mary's trails by 2 now, 9-7. And Taylor Sumter has that ball come off of her. She hit herself with the ball. It's going to be ball 2. Right after that came off of her thigh hip area, she kind of that was funny. Resets. Gains are cool. That one's going to be down low as well, though, for ball 3. I think that's the first time I've ever really seen a pitcher hit themselves with the ball. But I'm sure it happens more often than I know of. 3-0 count to Brebner. On deck is Stoke. That is going to be a fly ball and caught by the second baseman, which should be Sadie Fredrickson. I'm just going to call that as an out. Next time I see a lineup card from the team, I'll take a picture of it so I can get my numbers correct on my Badgers roster. Brings up Emily Stoke. Singled her last at bat. Struck out looking her first at bat. First pitch is outside for ball 1. That pitch misses inside for ball 2. 2-0 count now to Stoke. That one was a nice pitch down the middle. Swing and a foul ball for strike 1. 2-1 count to Emily Stoke. Next pitch. Oh, inside corner. Caught that corner for strike 2. 2-2 count now to Stoke. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing, ground ball out to the second baseman. And that'll be out number 2 on the ground out. Brings up Mia Asbury. She's 0 for 2. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. St. Mary's trails now by 2 runs, 9-7. Badgers had a hot inning in the 5th. 12 hits total in the game for the Badgers now. Big swing and a miss, strike 1 on that first pitch for Asbury. Next pitch on the way. Swung on, fouled off, strike 2. Next pitch on the way. That one's going to go low for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Asbury. Two 1 pitch is up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Asbury. Nobody on for the Lumberjacks with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. St. Mary's now trails 9-7. That is a nice poke by Asbury right up into center field. And she'll earn the base hit. Two outs brings Paige Reed to the plate for the Lumberjacks, the freshman. First pitch to Paige up high, ball 1. Try to pick off down to first base. Did not get it there in time. Mia had to get her jersey dirty. Dive down back to the bag. Outside low. Ball 2 to Reed. 2-0 count. Pitch on the way. Inside. 3-0 count now to Reed. Lumberjacks see if they can get a little 2-out rally going here. Yeah, see if Reed can get on. That one's left high. 4 pitches, 4 balls, and Lumberjacks now have the tying run represented at first base with 2 outs. It'll bring up Madison Thomas. Madison, strikeout, fly out, and strikeout. So she's due for a little something here. Let's see if she can poke one out into the outfield. A couple of nice gaps out there, both in right and left field. First pitch, low and inside. That ball gets past the catcher for a second. Nobody decides to advance. I think Coach might have wanted them to try, but that pitch is going to catch that outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Thomas. Sumter looks in, rocks and fires. Inside on that one, 2 balls and a strike. Now to Madison Thomas. 2-1 pitch on the way. That one's going to be wide. Ball 3, and Lumberjacks will end up with 1 runner advancing on that wild pitch, and that's going to get Asbury. Actually, both runners advanced on that. So Reed, both now in scoring position for St. Mary's. Thomas with a 3-1 count. Big swing, and that was a decent-looking pitch. Runs the count full, 3-2. Pitch on the way. And it's going to be ball 4. She waited a minute. She didn't just assume and run out there. So the bases are loaded now. And I think we've got the number 9 of Taryn Brebner to the plate for the Lumberjacks. Taryn Brebner batting .667 on the season. That pitch comes across low for ball 1. Next pitch. Inside, a little low, ball 2. .2-0 count to Brebner. A little up in the zone. So 3-0 the count to Taryn. .30 pitch on the way. Swinging a foul ball. Nice one to swing at. That looked like a fastball down the middle. 3-1 count now to Brebner. Still has the advantage really in this at the moment, but if she gets 1 more strike, it'll be a full count, obviously, and about evens it up. 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. St. Mary's gets 1 run across on the walk. Lumberjacks within 1 of tying things up, and she hasn't had the afternoon so far in game 1 that she's wanted at the plate, but if there's ever time to put one into play big time, right now would be the time for Addison Stewart. She has a walk, a flyout, and a strikeout looking. Well, I know she has the ability to put that ball over the field, over the fence. First pitch, though, is going to be a strike 1 called. Next pitch on the way. Up high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch. Outside. 2-1 count now to Stewart. 2-1 pitch on the way. Oh, that's going to be a popped up ball. And it's going to be a foul ball. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Third baseman and the catcher came up to try to make the catch, and the catcher lost it a little bit there in the actually would be curious if that came off the glove of the catcher before it hit, because it did hit in fair territory, but then bounced out of play. There's a poke out into left field. Will it stay fair? It is fair. It's a home run as well. The grand slam for Addison Stewart. I said she was due for one, and there it was. Down the left field line. 4 runs across for the Lumberjacks. Oops, that didn't go where I wanted it to, but excuse me. So the Lumberjacks retake the lead 12-9. And the Lumberjacks have the 2-out grand slam by Addison Stewart. Brings up Adeline Turner, takes that first pitch inside. Ball 1, nobody on now, 2 outs for the Lumberjacks. That's a called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Turner. So Lumberjacks plate 5 so far in the bottom of the 5th. 5 has been the number for the 5th inning. That one's going to be a ground ball out into right field. And a base hit for Adeline Turner. Lumberjacks keeping it going right now as they got the bats going a bit. Brings up the number 2 of Brenna Elliott. She shifted from catcher out to shortstop. And she's a pretty good batter in her own right. She was hit by pitch, walked, and struck out swinging, so she's due for something as well. That pitch misses for ball 1. Next pitch. Oh, that one was a low pitch. Took a big swing at it, though. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Probably would have been ball 2. Catcher was able to get that trap to the ground between her shin guard and the dirt. 1-1 count. Now what I think was strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Elliott. Next pitch on the way. Evens the count up at 2-2 with a high pitch there. Next pitch on the way. That's going to be a called strike 3. That will retire the sides, but the Lumberjacks do come up with 5 runs, retaking the lead 12-9. They had 3 hits. There was no errors on the Badgers, and there was 1 left on base for St. Mary's. Lumberjacks going into the top of the 6th, lead 12-9, and it'll be Taylor Sumter to the plate, I do believe, for the Badgers when we come back.
Any adventure, any task, any time, there's a Yamaha utility ATV for any ride and any rider. See the full lineup at St. Mary's Sun Cycle. Adventure seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the Yamaha Grizzly lineup. For the ultimate in mid-size ATV performance, check out the Yamaha Kodiak 450. And for those who mix work and pleasure, the Yamaha Kodiak 700 line devours chores and leaves room for adventure. Find your utility ATV at St. Mary's Sun Cycle or YamahaMotorsports.com.
Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time.
And we are back, top of the 6th inning. St. Mary's leads 12-9 over the Badgers. Both teams plated 5 runs apiece in the top of the 5th. Stepping to the plate is Taylor Sumter for Bonners Ferry. Singled her last at bat over to right field. If Lumberjacks can do a little bit better defensively in this inning. They had a kind of a rough one in that last inning. That first pitch misses, I believe, for ball 1. Next pitch swung on, and that's going to be a foul ball for strike 1. That was really close to being fair. Oh, 1-1 count now to Sumter. That pitch is just about chin level for ball 2. 2-1 count to Sumter. Stewart rocks, fires, high fly ball. And not being able to make that catch is Paige Reed in right field. I'm going to call that an error, I believe. So I think she touched it. Sumter over to second base. Jennifer Peterson to the plate. She had a double into the left fielder first at bat. That one's going to be popped up. Addison Stewart makes the call, makes the catch for the out.
Way to talk, Addie.
Brings up Elena Schmeier. Had a bunt in her last at bat. She was out, I believe, on that one. That one's going to be low for ball 1. She's 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a bunt. Next pitch. That one elevates a bit much. 2 balls, no strikes. They're going to maybe get a pickled run down here. Oh, and again, they're just not quite getting that tag down quick enough on that throw to third base. So the runner gets to third, Taylor Sumter. It's number 12 now. That's Adeline Turner at second, or at third. I think another ball. Another little pickle going here. They had Sumter in a rundown here in the third baseline, and they probably could have got the out there, but didn't get the throw back over to third to run her back to third in time. I think we've got a 3-ball, no strike count to Schmeier. Next pitch is down low, ball 4. I think it's ball 4, yes. And a run comes across on that one. There's a little bit of a wild pitch. So 1 run across in the top of the 6th for the Badgers. Makes the score 12-10 in favor of St. Mary's. 1 out. Runner on first. Brings up, I believe, Sammy Cohen.
Go, Jack.
Inside low on that first pitch. That pitch misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes now to Cohen. Next pitch on the way. That one's going to be a strike on the inside corner. Schmeier gets the stolen base. 2-1 count to Cohen. Next pitch, line drive. That'll be a base hit at least. As that ball gets into left field, run's going to come across. It'll be a double. And then to get to third, seeing if they can make it a triple, and they do. Call it a double. And over to third on, no, not an error, cancel. One run comes across. So the score is now, well, now it says, yeah, I've got 12-12 now. We're going to square around to try to bunt that one. It'll be fouled off for strike one, or it'll be a strike. Jody Curtis at the plate.
Hey, you're good. You're good. Hey, bring her home, yeah? Okay.
3 runs across for the Badgers in the top of the 6th. Ties things up. That pitch is going to be fouled down to first baseline. 0-2 count to Curtis.
Now that's good. Be patient, okay? See it. Here we go. Come on, Kylie! Let's go, Kylie! Come on, Kylie! Watch it hit!
Pitch on the way. Fouled off once again.
Behind it. Hey, that one was worth swinging at. You're good. Protect.
Once again, an 0-2 count to Curtis. Addison Stewart continues in the circle. 112 pitches. She's going to miss on that one up high.
Hey, way to not chop at that.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Curtis.
Here we go.
Addison with 54 balls, 59 strikes. She's got 113 pitches. Next pitch. Foul ball once again as Curtis battles here at the plate.
Hey, keep fighting. Here we go. Hey, stay fighting. Be ready for it.
On deck is Fredrickson. Ava. That pitch is in the dirt. Sadie Fredrickson thought she could get in. That ball kind of took a good ricochet off the backstop here. Rolled back towards that third base line. She checked up about 5 feet from the bag and had to head back to third. 2-2 count to Curtis. That's going to be popped right over the head of Stewart, and it's going to be misplayed just a bit by Stoke, and a run comes across. I believe that is an error there on the second baseman. So the Badgers reclaim the lead, 13-12. Fredrickson has a triple, a single, a walk, and a single. Been pretty effective, and that's going to be hit into right field. Not being able to make the catch is Reed, and everybody will be safe. We've got a defensive change here for the Lumberjacks. Runners at the corners for Bonners Ferry. And Coach Watkins having a talk with the umpire.
You're listening to the home of Lumberjack Sports, 1240 KOFE St. Mary's.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings, but it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the Hot Deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
And we are back as they took a quick break there as they were getting some management stuff taken care of. Runners at the corners for the Badgers with 1 out. They've got 4 runs across. That one's going to be fouled back for strike 1 to Falk. The Badgers reclaim the lead, 13-12.
Okay, here we go, Red. Come on, Ava!
Next pitch on the way. Ground ball right to the shortstop. Trying to get the throw to second, and another error for the Lumberjacks there. Brings a run across, and everybody's safe. So runners at second and third for the Badgers. That pitch is going to miss for ball one to Sumter. Sumter has 3 walks and a ground out in her at-bats, or plate appearances. Swing to miss at that next one for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch on the way. Inside and low. 2-1 count now to Sumter.
Here we go, girls. Please. 1.
Called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch on the way. Inside low. Full count, 3-2.
All right, here we go, 13. Full count.
I've really got to get my jersey numbers adjusted for Bonners Ferry. That one's going to be fouled off. Count remains full, 3-2 to Sumter. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Dropped third strike, though. Cancel on that. 2 runs come across on the dropped third. So everybody's safe in a couple of more runs. Big inning again for the Badgers as they've plated 7. They now have a 4-run lead with 1 out. Low inside on that one. 1 ball, no strikes. That pitch is going to be a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good job, girls. That's right, man. Hey, come on, Kira. What's your name? Let's see it right here.
Low. Inside. Stolen base for Sumter, I believe it is, as she gets out to second. 2-1 count to Taylor Sumter. That's going to be a ground ball to Stewart. She's going to flip it over to first for the out. Kira Sumter advanced over to third on the throw. Brings up, I believe, Jennifer. I don't know. It's number 1 again. My roster, my lineup is either goofed up or I'm ahead 1 somehow. I don't know what happened, but I think I might be 1 batter ahead on my lineup. This should be, I believe, Taylor Sumter barely to the plate, but for some reason I'm ahead to Jennifer Peterson, which I'm not going to worry about it on that side of things. I am not the official scorebook. That's going to be a ground ball. Nice hard hit ground ball up the middle. Takes a big hop and gets out into the center field, brings the run across. 8 runs across now for the Badgers. They are up by 5, 17-12. Another ground ball hit right to Stoke. Stoke is going to have trouble fielding that one. And another base runner on for the Badgers. Hard hit grounder. Not going to call that one an error. Probably could. Down low on that first pitch. I believe it's to Sammy Cohen, but I could be wrong because, again, something seems off on where the lineup is on my tablet. So that pitch misses as well. Inside, ball 2. Again, top of the 6th inning, 2 outs for the Badgers. They have 8 runs across, though. That's going to be a called strike. 2 balls and a strike.
Okay, now you've seen it, yeah? Okay, here we go.
2-1 pitch on the way. Strike on the outside corner.
Hey, now you gotta protect, yeah?
2 balls, 2 strikes now.
Be ready.
Runners at second and third. And a swing and a miss, strike 3, and they will retire the sides, but the Badgers reclaim the lead with an 8-run inning, 4 hits, 4 errors, 2 left on base. It'll be 17-12 into the bottom of the 6th, and it'll be Lexi Brebner, I do believe, leading off when we return.
Jack Buell Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses. And most importantly, people. Jack Buell Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Buell Trucking.
At Good Neighbor Pharmacy, we're committed to being your good neighbor.
Good Neighbor Pharmacy is an independent network of over 3,000 pharmacies throughout the United States, giving us the buying power to compete with the chain stores.
We'll fill your prescription quickly and safely, and you're supporting a locally owned pharmacy.
Your copays are the same wherever you go. Why not come and visit your locally owned pharmacy professionals?
Jack's Pharmacy is your Good Neighbor Pharmacy here in St. Mary's. Come in and say hi. Jack's Pharmacy.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, you know? I wanted to get back in the game, so I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in Idaho at highschoolofficials.com.
And we are back. It'll be Lexi Brebner leading off for the Lumberjacks. She has a double and a triple and a fly out in her first 3 at-bats. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Lumberjacks trail by 5 runs, 17-12. We are in the bottom of the 6th. Low and inside as Sumter, I believe, continues in the pitching circle. She's up to 128 pitches, 63 balls, 65 strikes. Up high, ball 3. 3-0 count to Brebner. On deck will be Stoke, I do believe. That one's going to be a nice pitch. Swung on, fouled back, strike 1. 3-1 count to Brebner. Yeah, 3-1 pitch on the way. That is going to be a ball hit out into right field. Sammy Cohn, I believe it is, makes the play for the out in right field. Brings up Emily Stoke with 1 out. Strikeout looking a single and a ground out in her first 3 at-bats. Low and inside. Ball 1. Next pitch on the way. Ground ball foul. 1-1 count now to Stoke. Up high. 1 ball, 1 strike, or 2-1 strike. 2-1 count to Stoke. Two 2-1 pitch on the way. That one's down in the dirt. 3-1 count now to Emily. Three-1 pitch on the way. That one's going to be high and outside for ball 4. Brings up Mia Asbury. She had a single her last at bat. That was out into center field. Lumberjacks again trail by 5, 17-12.
Little base hit, 8. Little base hit. Come on, 8.
Coach Watkins giving some signals to his batter. Pitch on the way. Strike 1 called.
You got it. Hey, pick me up, girls, right here. Keep your head on it. Double swing.
All right, here we go.
0-1 count to Asbury. That pitch is going to be up high. Going to get stolen base from Stoke as she gets over to second. 1-1 count to Asbury.
Let's go, let's go. Right here, Mia. Come on. You got it. Little base hit.
1-1 pitch on the way. That one's outside. 2-1 count to Asbury. Next pitch, high outside. 3-1. Oh, that was ball 4. Missed one somewhere. And we are going to get a meeting with the pitcher. She gave her coach the thumbs up, so I don't think they're taking her out, but she is getting just some coaching up. It's going to be a square up to bunt. It's going to be a strike. Oop, this is undo that.
You got a strike on you. Hey, here we go. Take the ball. Let's go. Hey, let's go, Watch. Here we go, kid.
That's going to be fouled down the line for a strike 2. That one's going to get away from the catcher for a second for ball 1. Just that. Up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Baird. 1 out, runners at second and third for St. Mary's. Again, up high. Full count, 3-2 to Baird. Three-two pitch on the way, and that one's going to be up high for ball 4. Oh, she's out. They got the out coming to home. So runners at the corners. The one Lumberjack got caught coming in, trying to get in from third. That was Emily Stoke. Got the tag on. That ball was a passed ball or a wild pitch. Got away from him for a second. They were able to get it, get the throw to the pitcher in time. Brings up Madison Thomas. That pitch is inside for ball 1. Baird gets stolen base to second. That'll be a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Thomas. Next pitch up high. 2-1 count to Thomas. Again, St. Mary's trails by, I think it might actually be 4. That might be how my lineup and how my order got messed up for Bonners Ferry. I've got 1 extra run for them, and I think that might be off. That's going to be a called strike. 2-2 count to Thomas. Lumberjacks need some runs across. They trail by 4, I believe it is. Up high on that one. Runs the count full, 3-2. Lumberjacks need the base runners. They need some runs. Inside, little high, ball 4. Brings up Brebner with the bases loaded. Taryn Brebner earned a walk in her last at bat. Got to make that clear because there's 2 Brebners. You got Lexi and Taryn. First pitch swung on. Fouled off into the parking lot. 0-1 count to Brebner. St. Mary's, they don't need to bring all 5 runs in here in this inning, but they'd like to get a couple of them. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2 count now to Brebner. She has to protect now. Oh, 2. That one's high. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Next pitch just misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one must have been outside. Two pitch on the way. It's going to be a called strike 3. That was a good-looking pitch. So the Lumberjacks come up with no runs, no hits, no errors, 3 left on base. Into the top of the 7th, it's the Badgers. I believe it's 16-12. We'll be back.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Bennewash, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric. For all of your area high school sports schedules, updates, and recaps, including Lakeside, Kootenai, and of course St. Mary's High School, pick up your copy of the St. Mary's Gazette Record every Wednesday. Not only will they have game recaps and highlights for area high school sports action, but local news and information. St. Mary's Gazette Record, pick up a copy today.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
My lineup too, though, on something out of order on their batting order. So the score is 16-12. I did end up somehow giving the Badgers an extra run and getting my batting order goofed up in one of those previous innings. So first pitch to the number 3 is a strike. That one's going to be a ground ball. Alyssa Watkins scoops it. The throw to first is in time. Took a minute to get that call from the umpire, and it was a close play at first, but they do record the out.
Just like that, son, let's go! Let's see it, girl. Come on.
First pitch fouled off. I'm not going to worry about trying to get my lineup straightened up at this point in time. I'm just going to say that the Badgers are at the plate. 0-1 count. I believe it is Jody Curtis there. That's going to be fouled off for strike 2. Oh, I heard him say Kylie. But Kylie Gardner with the 0-2 count. That one's fouled off as well. Count remains 0-2 to Gardner. Just got to kind of remove one of my headphones, and I can at least hear the dugout for the Badgers calling out the names of their players. That pitch is up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Gardner. Addison Stewart still going strong, 143 pitches. Swing, and again a foul tip there. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Gardner. She battles at the plate. Next pitch on the way. That one is high outside. 2-2 count now to Gardner. 2-2 pitch on the way. That is hit into center field. See if Maddie Thomas can get to it, and she does for the out. That'll be 2 outs. On deck is the 11 of Fredrickson. And Jody Curtis. I believe we're at the top of the order now for the Badgers. First pitch. Everybody's looking at the umpire. Is he waiting to see the call on it? It's going to be a ball 1. That pitch is low and inside. Ball 2. 2-0 count to Curtis. That pitch fouled back for strike 1. 2-1 count now to Curtis. Addison rocks and fires. Another foul ball. Not sure what that ball hit. It almost sounded like it hit a car, but I'm not sure. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count to Curtis. That is a hit up into the gap between center and left or right, and a base hit for Curtis. Brings up the 11 of Ava Fredrickson. And the first pitch is going to be swung on and caught by Asbury in foul territory for the out. So St. Mary's does a good job there of getting the outs they need and keeping the score a 4-run differential, 16-12, going into the bottom of the 7th inning. Lumberjacks need 5 runs to win, 4 to tie, and we'll be at Addison Stewart when we return.
When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Mary's Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Mary's is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Mary's, Shift and Grind says, "Go Lumberjacks!"
Spring is here, and you can make your home beautiful this summer with help from 10th Street Lumber. Besides all the building materials you'll ever need, 10th Street Lumber has landscaping supplies. They have landscaping bricks, concrete bricks, paving bricks, as well as planting materials. So stop by today, whether you're building a deck, a patio, or planting flowers, 10th Street Lumber has it all. 10th Street Lumber at 10th Street and Railroad Avenue, right here in St. Mary's.
And we are in time, so let's see what happens. Addison Stewart had the home run her last at bat. Big swing at the first pitch for State. Breeze picks up again. Next pitch on the way. That one gets away from Sumter, up high, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball, 1 strike. A 1-1 pitch from Sumter on the way. Nice looking pitch. Stewart swung over the top of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kind of a little bit of an off-speed pitch, it seemed like. It wasn't a fastball. Got her swinging a little bit in front of it. That one ends up in the dirt. 2-2 count now to Stewart. Two pitch on the way. That is going to be blooped up and into the glove of the second baseman. Not sure if there's a change out there or if that is still Sadie Fredrickson. Brings up the 12 of Adeline Turner. She had a single in her last at bat. On deck is Elliott. Pitch is inside for ball 1. Didn't know I could do that. Learn something new every day on your stats programs here. That pitch misses ball 2 as well. Didn't realize as all years I've been using this, I can just switch which side the batter's batting on just by dragging them from one side to the other. That one misses for ball 2. That one looked pretty good, but it must have been outside. 3 balls, no strikes. 3-0 count to Turner. Oh, and Turner's going to take a swing at that one. What probably would have been ball 4. Got the hit, or got the bat on the ball, but it goes right to the second baseman for the ground out. And again, I don't remember what her count was, but I think she had 3 balls and a strike. Let's bring up Brenna Elliott. St. Mary's has had a couple of 2-out rallies in this one. See if they can pull it off again. First pitch to Elliott is ball 1. Elliott has a hit by pitch, a walk, and then 2 strikeouts. Next pitch on the way. Ground ball. Again, all that work has been done by that second baseman, and then she ends up erring on that one. Had a chance maybe to get over to second base on that, because the throw to back to first was not in the right spot either, but that's going to be fouled off. Strike 1 to Brebner. That's Lexi. She had a double, a triple. She started out 2-0 and then has a fly out and a fly out in her last 2 at bat. So she's 2 for 4. That makes it 3 for 5 as she puts that one right up the middle on a line drive.
Nice job, Lex!
Runners at second and third for the Lumberjacks. Brings up Emily Stoke. St. Mary's has 2 outs, though, so in a tough spot. First pitch to Stoke. Going to be a strike. And runners will be safe on the kind of the wild pitch there. It was close, but the ball came out of the third baseman's glove. 0-1 count to Stoke. Next pitch on the way. Big swing, strike 2. Little breeze kicking up on us again. High and inside on that one. 1-2 count to Stoke. One-two pitch on the way. That one's up high, makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two pitch on the way. That one hit her, did it not? I guess it didn't. It's ball 3. 3-2 is the count to Stoke. Next pitch. Gonna swing and foul that one back. Good protection swing there, as that one was close. Might have been a little bit low, but he has had a little bit of a low zone here and there. So its count remains full, 3-2. Next pitch. High inside, earns the walk, loads the bases. St. Mary's trails by 4, 2 outs. They've got the tying run would be represented right now at the plate by Asbury. Asbury has 2 strikeouts, a single, and a walk in her at-bats. So she has 3 at-bats, 4 plate appearances. First pitch, swing and miss, strike 1. See if Mia can get herself a grand slam here and tie this up. Oh, 1 count, pitch on the way. That one's up high. 1-1 count to Asbury. Sumter looks in. 1-1 pitch on the way. That one's going to be foul, tipped back. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Asbury. One, 2 pitch on the way. Called strike 3. And that will finish this game up. The Lumberjacks come up short 16-12 in a battle between them and the Badgers in game 1. The Badgers had 1 run in the first, 1 run in the third, 2 in the fourth, 5 in the fifth. I believe it was 7 runs in the sixth and no runs in the seventh to give them 16 runs. St. Mary's with 4 runs in the first, 3 in the third, 5 in the fifth to give them the 12 runs. And St. Mary's with 8 hits, 8 errors, and 11 left on base. The Badgers with 17 hits, 4 errors, and 10 left on base. That concludes game number 1. We'll send it back to the studio for now, and then we'll come back when we get all set up for game number 2.
You've been listening to another production of Lumberjack Sports on KOFE 1240 St. Mary's, your Lumberjack Sports Network. We thank you for tuning in and hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We also want to thank our Lumberjack Sports broadcast sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Until next time, same as always, go Lumberjacks!